Hey folks, my name is Paul Short from Face-to-Face Space Coaching and Training. I want to take a moment to talk into vision. Many of you know or are aware of the season that we're in. There's so many unknowns. There are so many questions that many of you have. And I want to declare that this is an amazing season. This is an amazing season to start fresh, to start new. Many of you are in the middle, right? The middle of what do I do? How do I move from here? And I want to help you move through the noise, and I want you to help move through it with purpose. I'm going to help you redirect the pressure that you're currently in. What would it look like to actually redirect the pressure, cultivate a new, fresh vision for you and your journey? Today, I want to offer 5 practical tips and strategies to help cultivate vision in your life. You see, it's simply this. Your vision is going to transform the world around you and in you. That's it. That's the truth. Is the vision that lives inside of you is actually going to end and eradicate issues around you. Boom! Maybe you thought this. Hey, my vision is stale. Maybe you thought this. I don't currently like my vision. Maybe you've never even taken the time to cultivate vision. Well, today, I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here. So let's listen in and let's look through the 5 steps and tips to cultivate a fresh and new vision for your future. Are you ready? Here we go. Step number 1. Vision flows from you. You see, the truth is, nobody has your vision. Your vision actually lives inside of you. It's designed to be attached to you and flow from you. And so, as you think about vision, it's attached to your gift, talent, and skills. Your gift, talent, and skills help align and frame your vision. So when you were a little boy and a little girl, your gift, talent, and skills, the things that you were attached to, help frame and help bring definition to what you're going to do in the future. I'll give you an example. My wife is notorious, come every spring, to talk about gardening. For me, I'm not much into gardening. My wife loves to garden. She talks about tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and she loves laying out her plan and putting on her gloves and getting started. For me, that's not so part of me, right? Well, this started in her as a little child, right? Her gifts, her talents, her skills started being cultivated, pruned, sharpened as a little girl. So part of that now lives in her as an adult. And so I invite you to start asking these 2 questions. What do I like? What do I like to do? The other one is, what problem irritates me in the world? Right? Those 2 things will help you sharpen and help cultivate vision. We'll talk about those here in a little bit. So step number 1 is vision flows from you. Think about where we would be if Howard Schultz didn't take the time to cultivate the vision that lived inside of him, right? He was a highly skilled salesman, he was a business executive, and then he got into coffee, right? Howard Schultz wanted to unveil his vision to invite lattes, cappuccinos into the coffee marketplace. His current employer at the time wasn't too keen on the idea, and from there, Howard took it to the next level. And now we have a model that we're all pleased with, coffee market called Starbucks. That vision lived in Howard as a little boy, right? So step 1, vision flows from you. Step 2 is vision is already accessible in you, right? Vision already lives inside of you, right? And so you don't have to go chasing it. You don't have to go fabricating it. You don't have to present it or perform it, right? It already lives inside of you. So it's allowing you to be aware of what already lives inside of you. Once again, it's attached to who you are. It's attached to your gift, talent, and skills. Right? A great example of this is Rashma Sudan, right? The founder of girlswhocode.com. Right? Many of you know her story. She started off with this dream of becoming a politician in New York, right? And as we all know, she lost, right? But in the process, she was able to discover, right, a lack, a gap, right? And so this goes back to question number 2. What problem irritates you in the world? And Rashma was so bold and courageous. She took time and wisely discovered that we need a platform, a digital platform to teach young girls how to code. So in 2012, I believe, she founded this amazing platform. She gave birth to a vision that was already accessible in her. That's now giving 180,000 plus girls access to coding. That's amazing. It's amazing work. Good work. Good work. Step 3. So this leads to me to this question. What is your vision? What is your vision? Right? So it goes back to those 2 questions. Question number 1, what do you like to do? Question number 2, what problem irritates you in the world? Problem irritates you in the world. Your vision are attached to those 2 questions. So as you think about that, as you ponder that, step 3, let's talk about step 3. As you consider those 2 questions, one of the most powerful things to do is step number 3. Move from the invisible, right, because the vision lives inside of you, to the visible, right? You want to move from the invisible to the visible. How do you do that? You write your vision down, right? Take a time, sit down with a friend or 2 and say, hey, I have this idea in my head. I have this idea that's attached to a problem that I want to solve. As you do that, take time, take out a piece of paper, breathe, right? Write that vision down, right? And that's going to transform so many nations, so many cities, so many regions, so many problems. It's going to be beautiful. All right. A great example of this is Lori Hertz. Lori Hertz is the co-founder of Gifts for Good. Such an amazing organization. Gifts for Good, right? She took the time, she identified a problem in the business market. What she learned is that many corporations are throwing away billions of dollars on miscellaneous gifts for their employees, right? And they end up where? Waste basket, trash. They end up in endless space, not being used, totally being wasted. And so she co-founded Gifts for Good to repurpose and repackage and redirect, right, our dollars to eradicate problems around the world. Such an amazing redirect, such an amazing organization, such an amazing vision. Way to go, Lori. So step number 3 is move from the invisible to the visible. Write your vision down. Step number 4 is activate your vision, right? Be brave, be courageous, activate your vision, right? Cultivate a plan, recruit a partner or 2, build a team, talk through a business plan, come up with a budget, right? Work with professionals to activate your plan. So important. You get one step at a time, right? Understand that this is a process. It's going to take perseverance. It's going to take boldness. It's going to take courage, and it's going to be beautiful, right? A great example of this is Scott Harrison, right? Scott Harrison was a young millionaire in his 20s. He was wasting his life away, little value, little purpose, right? And in 2004, he had a redirect. He had a reboot, a re-entry into life. And he discovered a significant problem in Africa. There were men and women, children, who didn't have access to clean water. So in 2006, I believe, he started Charity Water, such an amazing agency that is providing clean water to the world, all over the world. such an amazing opportunity. Thank you, Scott, for your boldness. Step number 4 is activate your vision. Step number 5 is one of my favorites. Celebrate every moment. It is critical, significant to the growth and advancement of your vision in celebrating every moment. Whether it's a failure, whether it's a win, whether it's growth, whether it's an upgrade, celebrate every moment. Hey, this is Paul Short with Face to Face Space. I hope you've enjoyed your time together. I hope you've been able to recoup 5 tips and strategies on how to cultivate fresh vision, new vision in your life. In the middle of this season, when we have more questions than unknowns, or more unknowns than knowns in the visible world, where you might have more questions about where you want to go, what's happening, I invite you to think about what would it look like to cultivate new vision, fresh vision in your life. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to hearing back from you. Message me with any questions. Contact me on Facebook at Face to Face Space.